Good.
All right. Well, humans, delighted welcome. We just asked everybody if they were okay to get started and Mick immediately got up and left after saying yes. This is the 12th episode of Corsairport for On the Tabletop. I'm joined by the usual suspects. No Bearded still, but Beard is with us in our hearts and our minds. Connor, I could see you're making a lot of trees, like a lot of trees.
Yep.
Huge number of trees.
Not gonna bother drawing all of these. I think it's wiser to just copy and paste.
I understand. Let's go ahead and do some intros.
All right.
As long as we're picking on Connor Hughes, we might as well start with Connor Hughes. Connor Hughes, tell us about yourself.
Hey everybody, my name is Connor Hughes. I'm a comic book artist. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Connor Hughes. You can also check out my comic book called White Ash in stores right now, available through Scout Comics. And then as far as my week has gone, I did watch Hellboy, the 2019 version, and it was not very good, but Mila Jovovich was very good in it. So what can I say? That's my positive comment for it. Did anyone else see that movie?
Which Hellboy?
No,
the original or the second one?
This is the 2019 version, the
most recent.
Yeah.
No, I did have my own shameful movie watching experience last week, but it was not Hellboy.
Oh, what was that?
Britney Spears Road Trip.
Fast and the Furious 4 through 8.
Oh god.
I was just talking about those on general chat. Yeah,
where are we?
Yeah, they slowly have become more and more disconnected from reality, and they now have no basis in physics at all.
Yeah,
literally just
kind of interesting.
In the beginning, it was literally all about like balancing the nitrous oxide and the car parts, and now it's literally just like, I don't know, I'm just gonna fly a car from one skyscraper to the other.
Yeah, right. Like he just used to be like this street kid who loved cars, and like now he is the world's premier super secret agent badass guy.
And he attracts other secret badass agents to work with him.
Yeah.
And they get their own spin-off movie. Look, the Fast and the Furious has become the Expendables of cars.
It really has.
And they say like
now they got John Cena being his brother,
right? And like Vin Diesel and John Cena, I would say the familial resemblance there is uncanny. I can't tell who they are.
Uncanny by non-existent.
Basically the same person.
No, not even close. You know, it's interesting that you mentioned that, Mick, as we were talking about Battlestar Galactica ahead of time, because the actors for Adama and Adama chose to swap eye contacts and accents so that they would appear more father and son-like.
Huh.
Yeah.
So that they shared an eye color and a similar accent so that it would seem as if they were actually father and son. And yet, when I look at John Cena and Vin Diesel, I do not think these guys are brothers. This is a multi-million-dollar production, and they're going to try to sell me on this. Okay.
Yeah, no, definitely have both the same mother and the same father.
Sorry, Connor. We're in the middle of your intro. Please.
Nope, that was it. I mean, I was just going to talk about Hellboy, and if no one saw it, then let's move on to Fast and Furious. Mick, what's going on with your week?
I mean, besides, I wanted to watch Hobbs and Shaw this week, but for whatever reason, that's the one Rebecca wants to see, so now I have to wait. Just the worst.
Let me know how it is when you watch it. I haven't seen it. I mean, I have no motivation to, but if you come back and say it's good.
It's like one of my favorite trailers ever because it's literally the entire movie. Like, you know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen.
That's like 90% of horror movies, though.
Right?
Where they're like, this is the killer. Here's all the scary scenes. You know everything that's going to happen.
This is about where it's going to wrap up. Yeah. There's going to be an explosion and credits.
You want another good movie about driving? Watch Drive. Very good.
I don't really like. The only reason I watched them is because someone told me that they were heist movies at one point.
Yeah, they started out as heist movies, maybe like 1 and 3.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say like I'm not ever really impressed with cars. Cars are not my thing. So,
Well,
now
Drive's
that
a good movie anyway. You could watch it anyway, but yeah.
I don't know. It seems like a real, like, kind of, thinky existential movie that's going to make me feel feelings. And those are not the movies I like. Give me them popcorn flying car movies. That's what I'm after.
How are you basing that judgment?
What, on like thinking feeling movies?
On Drive.
Isn't that the one with Ryan Gosling?
It is.
Yeah. And like the trailers looked somewhat somber. And if it was going to be serious.
You think so?
I mean, that's the trailers told me. Yeah.
Sure.
Listen, the last serious thing I watched was the first season of the British Broadchurch. And ever since then, I've had zero appetite for like real serious, heavy, movie, television, whatever. Just, my soul isn't up for it.
It's fair.
I mean, I have some driving movies that I could suggest. Some have called them the greatest movies about driving of all time. I would start with Driving Miss Daisy.
Seen that one. I enjoyed it.
Talladega Nights.
Not seen that one. Not a Will Ferrell fan.
Speed.
Have seen it, but a long time ago.
Speed 2.
Also have seen that one. I remember
Speed
as
3.
a child liking it more. Speed 3, no.
I didn't know there was a Speed 3.
I don't know if there is even a Speed 2 or Speed 3.
No, there is a 2.
There's a 2, and it wasn't as good as 1.
They don't have Keanu for 2.
The movies that I'm listing, driving is not a critical part of them.
Have you seen The Ghost of Dragstrip Hollow?
I've never even heard of The Ghost of Dragstrip Hollow.
It is available on Amazon Prime, and it is worth every penny you pay for it.
All right, let me hit you with the final one. The Speed Racer movie, the live action, not the anime. Solid movie about driving. 100% realistic physics, engines.
I mean, I never was interested in the anime, so I was never interested in the movie either.
Oh, you're missing out.
I heard Ford versus Ferrari is pretty good.
I do kind of want to see that one.
Really?
But
you want to watch a movie that was literally made by the Ford and Ferrari?
Like, I like Matt Damon and Christian Bale.
It's literally just selling cars. It's a movie to sell. It's a commercial for cars.
Right, but I've also watched the Transformers movies, which are commercials for toys, and I enjoyed those.
Have you ever bought a Transformers toy?
No, I've never. Never bought a Transformers
no
toy.
one buys Transformers toys except people who are Transformers fans before the movies.
I mean, Ferrari are the bad guys, so I'm not sure it's really an advertisement for them.
Are you kidding me? Who else do you think is going to buy a $200,000 car, Connor? A good guy?
When I buy one, yeah. Silence.
Listen,
Yeah.
Connor, I can't wait until you do a posing on the hood of your car selfie of your new Ferrari. I'm looking forward to it.
You're right.
This is what I bought with all my White Ash money, bitches.
Yeah, you're right. It's not a Ferrari; it's a Lotus. Let's not underplay it here.
Look, friend, I drive a '99 Honda Civic. My mom's like, "You should get a new car. Insuring your car is worthless." And I'm like, "The car works. It's functional, and I maintain it on a regular basis." And she's like, "Get a new car." And I'm like, "I would pay more for insurance."
Is the car loan upside down by now, or have you paid it off?
I bought that shit for cash.
There you go.
Years ago.
You're good.
I bought that for cash in college. A time where one does not have a lot of cash to spare.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, that's good for you. Our car loan's now officially upside down, so that kind of sucks.
I don't know what that means.
You don't want to know.
I've never even heard of a loan being upside down.
Yeah.
What do you need to do to put it right side up?
It means the car is not worth the loan amount anymore.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible. I learned
Like
something
the housing
new
market.
that I'm disgusted by. Boy,
Yeah,
don't
these
even
things can
talk to me
happen.
about the housing market.
Well, anyway, it's my intro. Let's get back to me.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I didn't do anything this week or last week or ever. Really, the highlight of my week is coming here on Tuesday nights to make things as difficult for the four of you as I possibly can.
I don't think that's true. I mean, I'm almost certain that I've heard you mention that you watch Critical Role with your wife live on Thursday nights. So I'm guessing that might be the... And I want to mention that we're on opposite sides of this Critical Role issue. I like some cast members and you trash them, and you like other cast members. And that's shocking to me. I can't understand how anybody doesn't like Laura Bailey.
I can't understand how anyone does. That's so annoying. I would say, actually, the current highlight of my week is waiting for that new episode of Picard to drop. That's what I look forward to these days.
I see. She's the second most popular cast member behind Matt and in front of Travis.
Oh, no, I definitely do it. Like, when we went to Gen Con last year, it was jesters all over the place. Probably, like, 3 to 4 jesters for any other character.
I understand that she did something major in the latest episode. I haven't watched it yet, but...
Oh, we haven't watched the back half, so I don't know.
People are posting spoiler fan art, and then people that I know are retweeting it, and it fills me with rage. No one ever marks their spoilers, so...
Well, now I'm curious what she did. Even though I hate her.
Wow. Well, go ahead and pass your intro along, hater.
Oh, someone I don't hate is Cottontailed.
Yes.
That's it. I don't have anything else to follow that with. Just your name. I'm sorry.
Does that mean I'm supposed to go down?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
right. That's how smooth that was.
I'm sorry. I am caught. I didn't get thrown up on today, so that's good. I didn't do anything else for this week though, so I think we can just go to. I don't remember who else is at their introductions.
Rob's left.
Shep.
This guy over here.
I couldn't really tell if Connor had a thing or Shep had a thing yet, or if it was just yours the whole time. I wasn't sure. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we've all just rolled together into one ball now.
Yeah.
We are, in fact,
Shep.
one person.
Yeah, I think Connor and Mick are, they blend so well you can't tell one from the other anymore. So hey everyone, I'm robSHEPart. So I draw once in a while on Twitch, doing D&D characters, commissions, and critters and that kind of stuff. And tonight I'm going to be working on Wonder Draft, doing some map work. So it's my second day into it. Still brand new to me, but that's what I'm working on tonight.
And what character did you post on Twitter earlier? What was that again?
What character?
Yeah, you posted a character. Yeah, what was it? Like some kind of.
What was the image? Because the reason why I say that is because I've got a lot of stuff scheduled, and I don't know what was scheduled to go up today.
Is that what happens?
Schedule tweets.
Do you use Hoot Owl or Hootsuite?
I'm using Later, so it's just called Later. And so it's got a free option and you can post up to 30 images a month per social media platform.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I scheduled
I
some
could
stuff.
schedule tweets that have the word anime in it and nothing else, and get like 10 likes and 2 retweets, and then I'll post long philosophical reimaginings of the 12 Labors of Hercules and get no likes at all, no comments. But I just say the word anime, and people are like, Arthur, please, come on now.
It was a rust monster, Rob.
All right. Yes. So did you like it?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
That was the last image I've actually done, is that rust monster. So I'm pretty happy with it.
I've been on an unintentional social media fast for about like 3 weeks now, and it's been amazing. Really, really have been enjoying not really sharing life with anyone I know, I guess.
You save it for us. And that's all I have. So AP, it's all you.
I don't know what to say, you know. Day, that's the time.
I'm missing the State of the Union address for this, Arthur. Make it worth my
you're
while.
Really not missing anything.
Yeah, I didn't think
You know those happen once a year, right?
Yep.
You know what you are missing? Counting the Iowa caucus. Who knows when those results could be reported? Let me tell you something. I'm sorry, Iowans. I'm about to insult the fuck out of you. But for real? Why do we allow a entire state whose local community idea of election day is to have a lunch with pepperoni pizza dipped in ranch sauce and down it with wine, and that's what they eat for lunch every year for election day? That's the weirdest fucking... Listen, don't put your pizza in ranch and don't drink wine for lunch. Especially, and I want to be 100% clear, do not imbibe alcohol before deciding the fate of the United States.
The Italians would disagree with you, AP.
The Italians can suck it.
What? Your entire Italian fan base is now completely angry at you. I mean, the Iowans, they can take it. They can take a hit.
Well, listen.
I don't know. They're in the Midwest. That means they are the most fragile of snowflakes.
That's right. We forgot that you really hate Midwesterners for some reason.
There's nothing wrong with Midwesterners.
Except they're terrible people.
Except Mick likes to unintentionally insult the people that are Midwestern on the team that are not him.
Listen, I'm also Midwesterner. I fully own my terribleness in allowing other Midwesterners to exist.
I am just upset that you said Kansas was better than Nebraska, because it's not.
I mean, it is slightly warmer, which in my mind does make it better. There are less Midwesterners in Nebraska, which it has going for it. So you know what? I could revise my opinion.
There's also cows, and who doesn't like cows?
Someone in chat just checked in with the pizza ranch thing. I just can't with it. I can't.
I don't like my pizza with ranch, but that is super, 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 super common here. People put ranch on literally everything.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
But why? It ruins
Literally
the
everything.
warm
Yeah,
flavor.
Ranch is why use ketchup or mustard or anything that isn't ranch when ranch is an option?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Look,
I like my French fries with ranch.
there are plenty.
Yeah.
I'll skip that. I suddenly have a
Fries with
whole
ranch
lot to
are
say
awesome.
about that, but I'm gonna skip it. When you are talking warm cheese, warm tomato sauce, warm bread, don't stick it in a substance that not only is cold, but is known for cooling properties. It makes your mouth feel cool when you eat it.
So here's the grossest part. People usually use warm ranch for their pizza. They set it out so it gets to room temperature.
Yeah, you don't want it to mess up the pizza. You got to leave it out. Like you go to restaurants here, like barbecue
I don't know how to
places,
feel about this.
American food, like they'll just have like a squeezed bottle of ranch on the table. So it's
Are you
nice
sure
and-
warm ranch wouldn't go bad in like an hour? I don't know.
it's
what's
only
in
out
ranch.
for the day.
I don't know.
Who cares?
anything.
It only gets to room temperature, and then they put it back once it gets. It's
I don't know enough about ranch physics. I
Listen,
guess.
here in the Midwest, where we don't believe in the devil's work of science, we don't have to believe in refrigeration or expiration.
Holy
or...
shit. Mick, have you considered chilling just a little bit?
This is Mick 100% all the time on stream.
But if it makes you feel better, it's not ruining the pizza's warmth because it's also warm.
I don't. Look, I'm going to just give you a quick sidebar. One thing I absolutely cannot stand is when I watched The Arrow and The Flash for the first few seasons. They were insistent. There must have been someone on the writing staff of both of those shows that would insist that it was all right to dip warm French fries in a milkshake, because both of those shows featured it prominently for multiple seasons in several episodes.
Okay, so I do that too.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's
no,
also very common here.
Yeah,
What
it's super
the
delicious.
fuck?
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Like you get a
It's pretty good.
Wendy's Frosty and some fries, like that is.
That's it. That's what I dip them in
I see that
specifically.
all the time.
I am
Wow.
physically revolted by this concept.
Listen, just because Cotton and I have like Midwest culture and you heathens don't hate on us.
Pondo is still adjusting to the ranch thing.
Yeah, no, the ranch thing I never got.
Where's Pondo from?
West Virginia.
Oh.
Apparently, they don't use ranch for everything.
Yeah, they don't use ranch at all. They invented the pepperoni roll. That's how you know that West Virginia has superior science. Do you know what a pepperoni roll is, Mick?
I do, because
Well, I know
I
you
do.
did because you visited West Virginia, and there's
I didn't get
no
one when I
way
was
you
there.
could not have one.
I didn't get one when I was there.
Is it
but
just like West Virginia-ese for a calzone? Or is
No.
it just
All
actual
right.
like pepperoni?
Imagine
wrapping something other
soft, terrible baked bread in the shape of a brick. And the
Okay.
inside is literally like 50 pepperonis that the grease and the pepperoni stuff soaks into the bread. So when you bite into it, the interior is pepperoni and orange greasy. Oh,
So it's like a Hot Pocket.
but you don't warm it up. You eat it cold.
Oh,
Oh.
Welcome to the science of pepperoni rolls. I'm telling you.
yeah.
I know it doesn't sound good, but try it. It's actually
Wanda's
much better
talked
than you
about
think.
those a lot.
Yeah,
But
listen,
I did not try one when I
you
was
can
there.
eat pepperoni rolls warm or hot, but they are served room temperature.
Like the ranch in Nebraska.
Oh,
That's
just
not a
saying
salad.
that disgusts me. My stomach is actually.
Do you like Dorothy
turning.
Lynch?
Do I like what?
Dorothy Lynch?
Dorothy Lynch? I don't. Is that a person or is that a food?
It's a food.
Is it?
It's
Is
like
it
a
a
dressing.
drink?
It's like a salad dressing. It's orange. It's got little peppers in it.
I've
Pepper
never
flakes.
heard of
Oh,
this.
no, I've not heard of that.
It sounds like an alcohol you would serve somebody.
No, it's my favorite kind of like dressing.
Mick, what
But, you know.
fucking abomination have you created?
This is what's her face trying to go up a ladder, right?
This is Buttercup. Oh my god!
I don't know what Buttercup looks like.
Oh my
She's
God.
a centaur, right?
Look, no, listen, Chad. No one is arguing that bacon ice cream isn't delicious. Bacon has a lot of salt in it. I mean, even bacon fat has like 20 milligrams of sodium just from absorbing.
Are you talking about bacon ice cream?
Yeah, bacon ice cream is delicious.
Okay.
Cotton, I see exactly what you just did, and allow me to explain. Not only is bacon ice cream been tried over the years, but when inputted into a AI, flavor profiles that are positive for human beings, things that the general human populace would like, one of the first creations that was split out was bacon ice cream. It activates all of the senses of the common human tongue that we enjoy. Bacon ice cream is a basic necessity.
I don't really like bacon unless it's alone, because if you put it with something, you only taste bacon, so you might as well just eat some bacon.
Yeah, I like bacon as bacon and bacon on burgers, and that is
Just try
That's
it.
about it for me.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
try bacon ice cream.
I
One
had
time.
bacon chocolate chip cookies one time.
And
they tasted like bacon.
Overpowering. See, here's the thing about ice cream. Ice cream is a resetting flavor for your brain. It washes away everything that is already there. Except when you get really strong flavors of ice cream. It just kind of washes what's on your tongue off. So good. Wow, we're real deep in this food talk. Connor, it's been a while since you jumped in here. You want to jump in with a favorite food, I guess? We'll just go around and get everybody's favorite food real quick.
I was trying to like think of something where it was warm and cold at the same time, and of course you have apple pie with ice cream, right? Like,
Yep.
sometimes you can mix
Perfect.
different temperatures at the same time, and it's good.
Best thing ever.
But that has a narrow window, right? If you leave that for more than a few minutes, the ice cream melts and cools down the pie.
Yeah, I mean, you
Okay,
pretty
I
much
mean,
have to eat it
are we now
immediately.
judging the foods based on what the window
No,
of
but we just
opportunity is?
simply need to recognize that there are many foods that have a very narrow window of suitability for eating. Their
One of
optimum
my-
flavor profile.
I'm
One of
okay
my
with that.
favorite pie is the strawberry rhubarb ice cream pie.
Yeah, that's good. Or
Agreed.
just rhubarb pie.
That sounds acceptable.
No need for any of that sweetness. Just go all tart.
Now, if you wanted to go all tart, you would just eat the fresh rhubarb.
That's true.
Put a can of Zima and just like a beer in front of Connor Hughes. He'll take that beer every time. I'd ask everybody what their favorite drink is, but my God, on all of my shows, everybody's teetotalers. So
Everybody's what?
Teetotaler. It's
they
a
don't believe in
prohibition
drinking.
era phrase for someone who doesn't drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite drink is Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I knew that, sadly. I actually did know that.
I don't think I have a favorite alcohol beverage, but they're all pretty good.
What's your
Connor just
favorite?
likes
What's
to
your
be
favorite
drunk.
dessert?
Ooh, favorite
Favorite
dessert.
dessert.
That's a good one.
I can start. My all-time favorite dessert is a root beer float.
Interesting.
I could
Interesting.
suck that
That's a
down.
I can see
classic.
that. I can
It's
totally see that.
classic.
It's just too good.
I used to go to my local comic book store and look at Warhammer books, and we'd always get a root beer float after it. And it would be you'd have the craziest sugar high and crash after that thing because it was like a full thing of soda and ice cream. It was insane.
Dessert. I don't know that I have one. I've encountered a lot of desserts in my time.
I like to get a cinnamon raisin bagel and some cherry frosting. They're just like out of the jar at Walmart. And that's pretty delicious.
Interesting. Cotton, favorite dessert?
It's brownies.
I was gonna assume it was just you sucking sweet tea for like 10 hours.
That's not a dessert. That's my favorite drink.
I hate to tell you, but sweet tea is a dessert and
It's not a dessert if you drink it constantly.
should not be consumed regularly given its immense sugar content and dehydration properties.
So I don't.
Yeah. No, it is insane.
Pano tends to judge me for how much sugar I put in my non-sugar
I
tea.
am judging you. I don't even know how much it is, but the fact that you drink at least one McDonald's sweet tea every day is shocking. I don't know. I honestly don't know how you are alive.
No, it's not only McDonald's sweet tea. I have like a gallon of sweet tea in my fridge.
I think the sweetest thing I've ever had to drink is we were visiting my dad's family in Texas one year, and it was my first experience with sweet tea, and just, my God, you could like chew on it on the way down, feel the grits.
You gotta feel it to know it's made right.
Yeah.
Oh, I had some of that Chick-fil-A lemonade. Look, it's seriously like 90% sugar by water weight content. Like, it tastes good, but it is literally like granules of sugar floating around that you can crunch your teeth on. Ugh.
I don't like my lemonade super sweet.
I need a spell check over here, AP, when you get a chance.
6714. It should be charged.
You're incorrect. I will put it in roll 20.
All right. I figured I was. That's why I sought out your advice.
Let's see here.
Yeah, Black and Tan's pretty good. Tale of Two Wolves. Favorite ice cream probably for me would be mint chocolate chip.
Oh, sorry.
Favorite ice cream? Vanilla.
I'll agree with that right there. 100%.
I love vanilla.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Right? It's just it's a blank canvas that you can add whatever you want to it.
I used to get a lot of shit from one of my cast members. She called me real basic for liking vanilla ice cream.
Was it Kelsa?
No, it was Lexi.
Oh, okay.
Told that I was like vanilla ice cream, actually.
Damn.
I like how everybody assumed that was an insult. Immediately.
Oh, no, definitely.
Definitely sounds like an insult to me.
My favorite ice cream is cookie dough.
I have to tell you, I am 100% basic, so I'm sure it will come as no surprise to anybody that my favorite alcoholic drink is a Long Island iced tea, followed very closely by a mojito. Or as I like to call them, the bartender's bane.
I mean,
I do have a favorite
Mojitos?
alcoholic drink
Yep.
from the one time that I drank a bunch.
Yeah? What'd you drink?
Well, okay, on my 21st birthday, I drank a bunch of shots, but I thought they wouldn't make me that drunk.
Typical
but
mistake
later,
for a first-time drinker. Yeah.
It happens to everyone.
I
Yeah.
had a drink with my family before I went out drinking, and it was a peach daiquiri.
Yeah, that's a solid. I mean, daiquiri is pretty good.
I love those.
Doesn't surprise me to hear that you're drinking something incredibly sugary as your favorite alcoholic drink.
My favorite shot tasted like a Jolly Rancher.
Yep. And
They called it like Liquid cocaine.
Yeah.
Long Island iced tea has the advantage of having the highest alcohol content for like a drink you can order at the bar very easily.
A cocktail? Yes.
Yeah. So it's a win. That's a win right there.
I just like the taste.
Sure.
I know I literally just got repeated singers on cotton for sweet drinks, but let me tell you something. Long Island iced tea and mojitos, they taste good. Everyone's like, you gotta drink whiskey. You gotta appreciate the burn as the peat moss goes down your throat. And I'm like, this Long Island iced tea. That was like a half ounce. Oh, so good. So flavorful.
What about chocolate whiskey?
Listen, I drink chocolate anything. I have a bottle of chocolate rum right here.
You know, rum is pretty good. That one with the Kraken on the bottle. That's a pretty good rum.
Kraken rum?
Yeah, Kraken rum.
Is that the one that has the ridiculous ad with the guy in the tavern thing?
I haven't seen that, but
I
maybe
don't think I've opened this in like a year and a half.
you're not doing you gotta put in your work, AP. What are you doing?
I'll tell you what, I stopped drinking on stream ever since I played a game called Valhalla, and every time it did that Japanese thing where they put 3 dots to indicate someone's staring and not saying anything, 3 ellipses, I was going to do a shot every time that happened, and about 26 shots in, I decided that I was never going to drink on stream again. I also decided I was dying.
You know, we need to bring that back.
No. No.
I vote yes. ...
No.
Have you guys? Do you guys ever have cognac?
Yes.
I had cognac for the first time, and it's my new favorite.
I kind of want to try it just because I'm reading this private detective series, Mike Shane, and cognac is his favorite, but I would never actually drink it.
When I watch TV shows with smoking and drinking, I'm always like, "Oh my god, I need a smoke." At the very least, I need a smoke, or I'd like a drink. You know, like watching Mad Men or something.
If you like cognac, let me try to sell you on something. Port wine.
I will give it a try. I've never had port wine.
It
has to be Petri port.
I suggest tawny or something real red. It's fortified wine. It's wine with brandy cut into it, and its origin was when midshipman sailors, like 16-year-olds, came into port during the Age of Sail period. They would get a bottle that was rounded on the bottom, so you couldn't put it down. You had to finish it, and then they'd all get super drunk on cheap, shitty, sweet wine.
Sounds great.
In port.
In port.
Yep.
How about good old mead? That's the last one I have to offer.
Honey wine. Interesting call. I am not a fan. I am not a huge wine fan. I think that people talk up wine. It doesn't taste good. Its low alcohol content is upsetting to me.
Low? I mean,
mead is
to a shot. Yeah,
mead is higher alcohol content, at least around here, than beer. So
yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I wasn't joking when I said my beer of choice is something like Zima, Parrot Bay. I don't drink alcoholic drinks that don't taste good. It's a waste of time.
The mead that's good is the one with the very stereotypical Viking bottles. Like there's the blood Viking or something like that. That one's good, but there's another one that's just a plain whitish bottle, like off-white bottle. That's very good too. But they're kind of expensive though. It's like $30 a bottle. So
yeah, I picked up some like $25-$30 bottles in Colonial Williamsburg when I was on vacation. They're still in my trunk because I haven't got them out.
When did you go on vacation?
July.
So why don't you just call your trunk the cellar? I still have them in the cellar. They're aging.
But I also put my rifle back there as well. So I call it a trunk. They're aging? I don't think they need to age anymore. They're about as aged as they're going to get.
Mead is good when it still has the burn of that honey. You know that honey, that burn that you experience with good honey? Like if it still has that, then it's good. Yeah, I like that.
I have no idea what that.
Why do you want your honey to burn?
I've never had good honey, I think.
I Are you sure you're not allergic to honey?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I found out today I'm mildly allergic to lidocaine. Someone put a lidocaine patch on me, and I was like, "Is it supposed to burn?" And they were like, "No." And they took the patch off, and there was a patch-shaped red mark on my skin. And I was like, "I think I might be mildly allergic." Connor, are you?
Nope, it's good. Trust me. If you pay attention to the aftertaste of honey, like if you buy regular store-bought honey, there should be a slight sort of sensation.
What?
No.
I like the way you explained it.
No.
Sensation.
Connor, no. Everything you're saying is wrong. Honey is supposed to be sweet.
Right.
Yeah. There's the sweet component, and then there's the.
No, there is not. There is no like, hey, this is like an acid burning through your esophagus. There's like, that's not there.
I say it is. What can I say?
I will pay attention next time I have honey to see if I've missed it my whole life.
I'm trying to think of a specific candy bar that I used to get where it would have that burning taste, like emphasized, and it was pretty good. It's a European candy. I forget the name though.
Toblerone. That's the only
Nope,
European candy I know.
Like,
and only from
like...
that Netflix series by Jaden Smith. You don't deserve this giant Toblerone.
Toblerone. My wife likes that bar. We have that one.
I don't understand. Why is it ridged? Why is it triangular?
I don't know.
Share it
To be different.
It's fun.
I want to taste it because I've seen things of people eating it.
Yeah,
like in TV
congratulations.
shows.
The Toblerone PR people have done their job.
They have.
Yep.
They got you.
Advertising
They
works.
fucking got you.
Sucker.
Well, I'm very easily swayed by commercial. I don't like to watch them.
Excellent. That's really going to tie into the next thing that I was about to do. I've been planning for it all week. Can we wrap up intro so I can segue directly into this?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
This is one of our longest ones ever. Friends, as you might know, this show is entirely funded by all of you and also my wallet. Without your support by subscribing on Twitch and also on Patreon, some of this would not be possible. So let me say that while I'm not currently sponsored, I would love to be sponsored by any American company, like Snyder's of Hanover. Snyder's of Hanover is, of course, America's pretzel. Leader in pretzel choice, the most American of all snacks. Snyder's of Hanover. Get your Pennsylvania favorite today.
Well, I have posted
I hope.
the crunchy bar into the chat for those who are curious about a honey.
Your link was blocked by two different things.
Okay, my
The
bad.
bot and the channel both blocked the link. My channel is so locked down, you can't
Don't
post
try
shit.
to bring your crass
What does this have to
commercialism
do
in here,
with honey
Connor.
burning?
You have to try the candy first to, like, I guess, see. I don't know.
No,
I mean,
on break tonight, I'm gonna go into my kitchen. I'm gonna get a spoonful of honey. I'm gonna see if there's
Good idea. I've got some too. I'm going to do
I've
that
got
too. It's a
some.
great idea.
I literally just had honey earlier today. It did not burn at all, and it was pretty good quality clover honey.
I have fancy honey and not fancy honey. I'll try them both.
Connor Hughes, I don't know what to tell you about
And
burning
he's
honey.
gonna come back, and his face is gonna be puffy and red as he's going into anaphylactic shock. And be like, "Oh, it was delicious."
I was
This
gonna
is
say-
perfect, like I remembered.
Burning honey does not sound like a good album cover. It does sound like a bad anime, though.
Good title. I like it.
Friends, tonight we're trying something different. Something I've never attempted before. I've had 7 players on my show before, but I've never had 4 players playing 2 characters each. What madness will happen tonight? I don't know. Mick has a new character that hasn't even been introduced that I'm sure is going to hold the show up for at least 20 minutes, as he describes.
Listen, so I was thinking about that, and in the
Man, that's
interest
like
of
you.
expediting tonight's activities, I
decided
could
to stick with
delay that
MeaThead?
introduction. Or, you know what? That can happen at a moment's notice.
Listen,
Whatever.
it's your choice. I'm prepared for it. I'm ready. You asked me to come up with a backstory, and I decided to do something that would be physically painful to conorhughes. He already indicated that he likes to see his characters and himself be punished.
Never said that.
Yes, you did. We have video recording of it.
You're gonna have to post the timestamp on that, baby.
Oh God, I'm not gonna go back and rewatch the first 20 episodes of this show. It happened though. It started happening somewhere in Drowtown. So, friends, let's get started. We find our heroes where? I don't know. Do we start this at Corsairport inside the Twisted Knot pretzelery / cleric temple / hotel? Do we pick up in Keys Court? Where are we and who's there?
I say Keys Court.
Yeah,
Because everyone's there already.
There, aren't they? Well, what about Tara?
So Tara is escorted by all of you.
Okay,
and
so she joined
there
us.
as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So she's wearing a shawl and like a fairly good but rugged dress. You know, not something you would take to a party, but something that you would wear in the fields. She's got a knife and a holy symbol of the god of trickery and lies, Jitao. Also the god of rebellion and righteousness. She's just kind of wandering around, just looking at everything, going, oh, well, I didn't know that existed here. I thought we were alone on the island. And just looking at all the drow people walking around with exposed abdomens and just, okay, so, okay. I feel like perhaps one thing we definitely note is that Key is once more dressed as sexy athletic Ashe and is trying to offer last minute advice to both Lyra and Wynn.
The same time?
Yeah.
In Drowtown, they know
Perfectly
that more
balanced, as all
is
things should be.
merrier.
Whilst she is doing that, Ashe is trying to get together everybody and to be ready for taking on the base. What's it called? Well, anyway, Captain Blackhand.
Bako.
Bako.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's the map.
Really? I don't see it yet. Como.
Oh, I never launched the game.
And so one of the things he says that the plan is involves going in and unless wait, oh, okay, I guess we can discuss with Lyra what the first, since we didn't quite complete that end of the story yet. So I'll let that happen first. Sorry.
I don't know what's happening, so please.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Yes.
I'm curious. Connor's just saying yes. He's Daniel Bryanting me.
Right.
I'm just glad people know what that is.
Oh yeah. Okay. Gizmo, you have all right. Rob, you have a new character. Do you want to introduce him?
I'm bringing Sanjin. So I just sent a note to AP to request an icon. I don't really care what icon. He looks like he's a mystic. So he looks a bit like a monk, a bit like a mystical magic user type. But yeah, he's heard of the plight you guys are in and has offered to help out.
And so Ashe turns to Lyra and asks, Lyra,
I love it. Perfect.
Captain Blackhand is your foe. What do you want to do with him?
I would prefer that he died.
All right, let's murder the shit out of him. Let's do it.
That's my will as well.
However, I don't want to risk the lives of all of my friends to do that.
Now, occupational hazard. Anyone have a problem with that?
So
would see-
Tara speaks up and says, "This is the first I've heard about killing my father."
Well, how do you feel about? So, listen.
I seem
the
to have
way I
traveled
see
an
this
awful
playing
long
out-
distance that this is the first that I would hear about it. So we've traveled 2 days into an underground Drow city, and now you want to tell me that we're going there specifically to kill him?
Apparently
Why
your
am
father,
I needed
like,
on this journey? I thought you were just taking me to see my father.
First, you'll see him, then we'll kill him.
in front of you? You're gonna be very sad, but it's all right because we're gonna get
Okay,
paid.
just to be clear, her face is looking increasingly horrified.
You do know this is the same Captain Blackhand that scourged the seas and burnt down Corsairport, as far as I recall, multiple times.
As Gizmo, tell her about your oath. I mean, get it all out there.
Pretty sure he's sworn an unbreakable oath to kill your father.
Well, I
No,
swore
to bring Tara.
Oh, to bring Tara. Yeah, I'm sorry he's like pulled you into his weird oath thingy, and so that his honor demands that you suffer. I mean, it's a cruel world sometimes.
I don't think it mentioned anything about her suffering.
Look,
he brought her here to kill her father in front
I'm
of
very
her.
confused.
He's
Apparently,
stacking oaths.
you lied to me to bring me here. You told me we were going to see my father, not that you were going to murder him right in front of me.
We had not decided whether we were going
Could
to
you
murder
give me
him
a
or
few
not.
minutes to process this? And second, he didn't burn down Corsairport. The people of Corsairport burnt it down in order to drive him and his pirates out.
Plot twist.
It's not that much of a plot twist. We discussed it in episode 1.
I wasn't here for that.
Foiled again.
It's a plot
Technically true.
twist. Fullbork is then going to add, that kind of shenanigans get up all the time in goblin villages. It'll be great fun, and then we'll have a feast of our dead enemies at the end, where we can grow closer to the survivors and one another.
Tara, we didn't lie. You will meet your father.
And then we will probably kill him, as is the goblin way.
And take his magic.
Mostly
But
just to eat him. I would recommend the heart.
I'm sorry. So you don't just want to kill my father, you also want me to eat his heart.
We're
That's how
not
you absorb
eating
his
him.
essence. We're not eating him. We're not eating him. True heroes do not eat their fallen foes, apparently.
I think we had barbecued Zorn once.
That was the other game.
that was Cazador, and that was the other
Oh,
game.
yeah. Well, I've heard of people eating barbecued Zorn.
Tara, Lyra here has a debt, a blood debt to pay.
Wait, I got a question.
Blackhand.
This guy did not burn down Corsairport, correct? The people of Corsairport burned down Corsairport to get rid of Blackhand.
It was not totally destroyed, but
Do
yes,
we
there was
have-
some fire.
Evidence proving one way or the other that Lyra's temple was destroyed by Blackhand, or did Lyra destroy Lyra's temple to drive Blackhand away?
I didn't destroy my temple.
Insight check.
Okay.
So Ash says he confessed to it when last we met him.
Did. To my face. It was very rude.
He was laughing about it.
You should
He
also
was.
insight Ash right now to see if they're both lying.
All right. Oh, I don't have.
Do I need a deception check or a save?
It's
I
only
mean,
the truth.
you only need a deception check if you're lying. All right, let me take a look here. You
Got a
got
10.
a
You
10.
guys are safe.
I'm going to send you a whisper on Discord real quick. Okay, you got it?
Yep. Be like, you know what? As long as it's good for the glass, I'm all right. All right, let's go kill some people. Sorry, Tara. Oh, by the way, we may or may not need your help to sneak into this place where we can murder your father. You coming along would be a huge help.
Your father does want to see you.
She just gets up and wanders to a private corner of Key's Court and just sits down. There's a kind of paleness to her.
Why did you guys talk about killing her father in front of her face?
I mean, that was the plan, right? Like, we're going to discuss our plan about killing her father without her knowing that we're going to kill her father.
I figured we would actually have a plan before we brought up the possibility of killing her father to her.
I
like-
have
And
a
maybe
plan.
been more a little bit less insensitive about it. You have a plan?
Yes. If that's what our goal is, I think we can go in with Tara and possibly bring in a fifth person into our group. Meanwhile, a backup group on the outside.
Tara's going to be a pretty hard sell for this, I think. Who's going to convince her to come along?
I'm not great with people.
I'll do it. Don't worry. And Fulbert's going to walk over to Tara.
Oh, this is not going to go well.
She goes, I'm sorry. I recognize you. I don't know that we've spoken that much, but I was hoping for some...
It's fine. I understand. Not many people. I'm not memorable. I want to say one thing, if I might, about fathers. Where I come from, they're not great. It's a goblin rite of passage to take the mantle of your household from your father and carry it on into the future. And most often, it is through an act of violence. But,
Your people kill your fathers.
I mean, we are a violent, bloodthirsty race, and there are less and less of us every year. Who knew?
Incredibly self-aware for a wolf.
I'm a bugbear, but, no one's called me a wolf in many a year. Thank you for that.
Shall I call you
nice.
a leopard?
What's your name?
Face-eating leopard? My name is Tara.
Tara. My name is Fulwark. It's nice to meet you.
I know. We've met several times before.
Oh, have we? I'm sorry.
Haven't
As
talked
I
that much.
get older, I remember less and less. What were we talking about? Oh, you were sitting here in silence with your own thoughts. I will sit here with my own thoughts as well, if you don't mind.
I do mind. She gets up and leaves the court and goes wandering into Drowtown, into Blackweb Hold.
So, Ash says, well, I need to make some stops into maybe the weapon shop. So, while she sort of finds herself with this problem, maybe we can take advantage of that and make a few stops before we head in.
Sure.
Okay, well, does anyone else want to go?
Yeah, Gizmo's
Do I
gonna
need
go.
anything?
I'll go.
So Sanjin will go chase down Tara while the rest of us are shopping.
Okay. When you chase her down, she's just like, "I'm sorry. Are you from around here?"
No, I'm new into the area, new into the group. I'm just, watching what's transpiring, as an outsider. And I just wanted to say that I could understand and sympathize with your shock.
Okay, I appreciate that. So, just to be clear, though, you have also signed yourself on in the quest to kill my father.
If it comes to that, I will. Honestly, it could happen, but I think the original intent of the group was to have you meet your father, and
That's
It's
not what it
quite-
sounds like. It sounds a lot like I was tricked into coming here.
I wouldn't deny that. I'm not trying to deny what that group has done, but I think we need to. I think it's possible that if your meeting with your father goes well, there might be alternatives. But
To
we
killing
kind
him.
of. Well, you never know. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to sympathize. But if your father really is Black Hand and he really has done the evil deeds, then perhaps he needs to be brought to justice. But I was just apologizing as a person not involved with the ambush
I
that
see.
you've just had.
I understand. What does justice look like to you?
Well, this is a harsh world. Justice could be many things. So if evil has been done, then evil needs to be eradicated.
What a unique perspective.
I think it's pretty common.
I think
What do you know of your father?
this man is not what I would call my father. I use the term loosely.
Has he ever done anything to honor you?
I don't know that we've even met.
And yet you show an emotional attachment?
As I would for anyone that I just found out is my father. This, she puts a hand on Sojourn's shoulder and says, "Might surprise you, but I don't approve of randomly killing people."
I hear that once in a while. It's more common than you think.
She turns and just walks away.
All right. Sanjin is thoroughly ineffective, but he made the effort.
He did. What are we drawing
okay
here,
with that.
Nick? Oh my, never mind, I know. Oh, McComicker, everybody. McComicker. What a guy. All right. So let's talk about your search for a weapon shop. There are a number of weapon shops, but
Sorry.
what?
Sorry, I was doing something. Sorry.
Okay. There are a number of weapon shops, but of course, you have that magical weapon shop that you have an in at. But you did promise to bring them back samples via MeaThead. Money, I believe, was what it was. You promised to bring them money.
Yes, he did at the weapon shop.
Yeah, MeaThead made big promises.
Oh yeah, about
That's
whatever I brought back, huh? Has the boat come in?
If MeaThead isn't leaving it, I'm assuming it hasn't arrived. Otherwise, he would get on it, correct? It's not like that boat is going to sit in the harbor waiting for you. You're one man.
Yeah.
Does this magic shop have all things magical, or are there
No, there are
apothecaries?
different shops throughout the city that have magical items. This is
You know what?
specifically this artisanal sword forge, basically.
I think maybe MeaThead just stayed at Kai's court for now.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't need anything out and about. And, like, hey.
What is
I'm
what's the
curious
Wind
about
shopping team looking for?
the one that we saw pass us on the road last time.
The merchants caravan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the Merchants Caravan.
You
Did
want to
we-
look them up?
Yeah, what do they have?
Okay.
find them.
You are looking for.
But an apothecary for potions is what Gizmo's looking for.
I put it.
Excuse me.
Wrote their
Hey, you
names
gotta
down
mute
and
that mic, man.
Sorry.
now I can't find where it's at. The merchants you're looking for are no longer present. They have already sold off all their stock, bought new stock, and left.
Okay. So then we'll go. I'll at least Ash is interested in going to the weapon store and asking for a basic magic weapon.
Okay, so you head outside of town to the small forge close to the surface. A different drow greets you. He looks younger, beefier. absolute unit-ish, maybe, but not like massive shoulders, but big arms. Blacksmith's apron. He comes out with a selection of artisanal weapons for you. They range from, at the low end, simply just a weapon that you're looking for of average craftsmanship, up to a kind of specialized noble weapons.
So I tell him, I'm looking for a magical weapon. What? Give me. What are your options and price ranges?
He looks at you like, I think you were told last time you came here, you don't have many magical weapons available.
Yes, yes, I'm sure. They're rare. They're a rare breed.
It's not just that they are rare; they belong to the magistrate.
Is that so? Okay,
Yes,
I didn't know that from last time.
We belong to the magistrate. I think I might have something for you. Are you looking for a hammer or of a sort?
A simple long sword will suit me.
I think I have one magical longsword for selling.
Wonderful. And what's the price are you looking for?
450 gold pieces.
That seems reasonable. Apart, I mean, we are about to take on the famed Captain Blackhand. You've heard of him, haven't you?
I've heard stories. No one would call him captain, but they would call him infamous for failure.
Maybe you shouldn't go around telling people that.
Really? I thought he was sort of antagonized. I mean, there's
I
a
want
reason.
you to think. I'll just like pull him off to the side for a second.
Yeah.
Think about it. Do you really want news getting back to him that we're planning on attacking him?
Do you think the drow and him are in communication in that manner? I assume that the magistrate and
he used to be enslaved here. I don't know who lives here that is still friends with him. I don't know what kind of bonds he created before he left.
That's true. All right, well, I'm going to look at my purse.
So he presents you with a sword that looks kind of like what I put on the Roll20, but, you know, actually done well. It's shaped like a khopesh, which is an Egyptian battle axe scimitar.
Oh, those things look amazing.
But this one has a notch in the blade, so that if you go edge to edge with somebody, you can try to catch the blade in the notch and twist the sword out of their hand. It makes the sword slightly weaker, but because it's magically reinforced, the sword is strong enough to withstand such blade-to-blade contact. Along the back edge of the curve are the elvish runes for Thief Taker.
Okay, and one platinum is 30 GP.
One platinum is 10 GP. It's a metric system.
Sorry, yeah, 10. That's what I meant.
What about the inflation in Droptown? Maybe it is 30 GP down
Oh
here.
my god. If it was inflation, it would be worth less, not more.
Maybe it's inflated up above.
I'm about to deflate. Jesus. Look, you could play a very serious game of Burning Wheel that is literally just about currency manipulation. But no, that is not. D&D is not a game that can assume those mechanics.
Yeah. All right. Ashe is going to take the blade.
Yeah.
Yep.
The man holds out his hand for a bag of coin.
And Ashe gives it.
So he heads over to the forge and pulls out a large leather-bound notebook and makes some notes in it. And then places your coin inside a strongbox and relocks it.
All right.
Who are you drawing, Connor? They look sad, angry. Sangry?
That's Tara, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Well, now I know why they look sangry.
Yeah.
Did you smile, Cotton?
Sorry.
There's something wrong with smiling. Jesus. It just happened so briefly.
But I don't know, this drawing isn't very good. I gotta find. I'm missing one of my other pencil or like styluses, and so it's like setting me off.
Oh, Mick. I'm dying, Mick. Oh. I can't wait.
What's he drawing?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's the new character.
Well, we haven't seen them yet. They're not joining us. It sounds like it's MeaThead and Sleepy Time Pro over here.
Fullborg. Jeez.
Okay, what's the next step? You've acquired a magical weapon.
Yes. And so, does it count as a longsword, magical longsword?
Yes.
All right.
It's a +1 longsword.
All right.
So I think it's +1 to attack and damage.
Is Ashe getting anything else?
Ashe is not. Ashe is bankrupt.
All right, so Gizmo's asking for any potions of healing or potions of resistance.
So there are a lot of potions of healing available in the town. So each shop only has 2 or 3, but there are, it's a town of like 8,000 people. So there's about 6 shops where you could get a total of 12 potions of healing throughout it. But that would be essentially consuming the entire town's stock in one day. Each of them costs 50 gold pieces. How many would you like?
How about, I'll answer that in a second. How about the potions of resistance? Are there any available?
Let me look up what a potion of resistance is.
Uncommon.
They have 1 potion of psychic resistance.
All right, that won't do. So I'll go and get 10 of the 12 potions. And that'll pretty much wipe me out too.
Okay.
So we'll get rid of that. It's 550. So I got 50.
After that, I suppose it's down to Ashe to maybe try and convince Tara. Is that the game plan?
We don't know how she's going to respond
she's
yet.
still wandering around the town.
You're right.
Can I go look for her?
Absolutely. Please make a investigation check. 15.
Oh, sorry, AP. You know what? That potion. I'm sorry, guys, but that potion of psychic resistance.
Yes.
How much was that one?
Let's say 150.
Yep, I'm going to buy that.
Okay. You find her praying in the temple of Jitao at the magistrate's estate.
Can I kneel down beside her?
Yes.
And I'll wait for her to get done praying.
After a few minutes, she takes a deep breath and does one eye close, one eye open, looking sideways at you, and says, "What would you like, Lyra or Buttercup?"
It's Lyra. Buttercup has no idea what's going on.
Why is Buttercup being kept in the dark, everybody? Why isn't anyone talking to Buttercup?
When Fulberg wakes up, he's just going to chat up a storm with Buttercup.
I can't wait to do that.
My intent wasn't to trick you. We were just bringing you to see your father. That was our first conversation about actually killing him. poorly timed, and we should have been more aware
For a
of what your
first
feelings would be.
conversation about killing him, there was an awful lot of agreement that he was a person that needed killing.
Don't turn meta against us.
The whole conversation was, how are we going to kill him? That's not meta. This is the only thing you've shown her.
It's the agreement part I'm talking about, but okay.
I don't know why everybody else jumped on it so quick. I have a personal hatred for him. But if you'd prefer, I won't kill him when you go visit. I can't promise if we meet up again later, though.
My father, this Bartholomew Blackhand, is a bad person. He is a slaver and a murderer. And he upset the god of this island.
He upset my god as well.
Chitao will his death. That is the revelation that I have received. He will die.
My question to you is, do you want it to be at our hands, or do you want us to leave him free?
I'd like to talk to him first.
Of course. We wanted to make sure that you guys got to meet before we did anything from the beginning.
She turns to face you from the kneeling position and says, how incredibly courteous.
It's not very courteous when I think about everything else that we just talked about to you, to your face. Which is why I was coming to apologize. I'm not great with my people skills. I'm so sorry about that. They asked me what my opinion of him was, and I said it. I should have waited for a more moment. I should have said it like nicer.
You know, I'm not an adventurer. I tend bar and make stew.
I know,
pretzels.
That's why I wasn't thinking clearly.
Delicious pretzels of the same quality one might find if one were to enjoy America's tastiest treat, Snyder's of Hanover.
I do enjoy your pretzels.
I put extra salt in them so that you feel thirsty enough to drink more beer. I'm good at making pretzels. That's what I do. I don't travel to unknown lands and walk among half-naked drow and buy magical potions.
Do you not like visiting a new land?
This is the first time I've ever visited a new land. I don't leave Corsairport. There's nowhere to go. We thought that there wasn't anything else on the island worth going to. Everything, when you leave, everything tries to kill you.
My favorite part of adventuring is seeing new places. Maybe you should take a little time to enjoy this before we go and meet your father.
I think that Lord Chitao is a god of travel and drunkenness, and that while one may respect all parts of their god, they may not endeavor to support all parts of their god.
That is fair.
I think that when this is done, I'll be happy to be home with my father. The man who raised me.
I'll leave you to your praying if you'd prefer.
No. I think it's time.
Guess I'll lead her back to where everybody else was then.
Yep. Fullbork, let's hear what you're talking to Buttercup about.
Like, have you ever gone up a ladder before? I imagine that would be very
What's
difficult
a
for
ladder?
someone of your stature. It's It's like 2 sticks with a lot of little sticks, and then you can like go up, you can go down, you can go across.
That's interesting.
They're really quite magical. When we should go get you a ladder. You could carry it around with you.
That sounds exciting. We should do that.
Let's go get a ladder.
Can we go buy a ladder?
Yeah, they're in the D&D player equipment.
Hold on our way out the door. Who else? Is it just Buttercup and I here back at Keys Court?
I guess Wynn's with you.
Wynn is with us?
A 10-foot
Wynn, have
ladder.
you ever heard of this magical thing called a ladder?
Yes, and I wouldn't quite call it magical, but it is pretty intriguing. Don't let me get in the way of novelty. I'm sure you guys will have fun with this.
Yes. Mistress Wynn, if I might ask just a small favor, could I perhaps have a few coins to procure a ladder with?
Are you already bankrupt? I have been taken prison or in this island for almost my entire time here, and yet you come to me asking for money.
Shield mages are not allowed to carry their own coin. Please, all of my money belongs to my champion, and my champion is not here currently. It shames me painfully to ask you for this boon, and should you grant it, you feel free to kill me upon my return with Buttercup's ladder, but I ask
how much are these magical ladders worth?
I'm sure
piece.
just
one silver piece. Yeah.
Oh, I can buy a ladder.
Oh, you can.
Shall I hand him
also
a gold
hero.
piece?
Yes. Let's go get a ladder.
So when you go to get a ladder at the local general store, the general store keeper comes out and she says, "Do you speak Elvish?"
Wynn might. Wynn does. And Wynn's there.
I'm afraid that ladder will not support your four-legged friend.
Do you have one that will?
I do have a invention of questionable repute from the Underlords. And she demonstrates a like a fold-outable step stool. So it's like a wooden contraption that's like 8 feet tall, and as you pull it out, it becomes a stepladder, basically. Lots of iron and springs and metal bars.
So as she demonstrates it, Fulbork will say to her, "It's even more magical than I remembered. I didn't know they could do that."
This item is not
really
magical at all.
fancy sticks.
They are amazing sticks. The sticks they have down here are far beyond the sticks we have in my tribe.
Please inform your friends that this is not magical.
Let them think it's magical.
The price.
My question is: do you think it'll support a horse as well as a centaur?
I think that now would be the time to test it. But if you break it, you have purchased it for 1 gold piece. She holds out her hand.
And so I signal for Buttercup to pay the man. I say it's 1 gold piece for this ladder.
I pay the gold piece.
So Wynn sets it up for her and says, "Why don't you give it a go?"
She will attempt to use the magical ladder.
That's not a magical, and it's not a ladder. It's a step stool, and it works. You walk up increasingly tiered.
Fulbork is just...
This is magic.
Beyond excited. Oh my goodness!
This is such a good deal for a magical artifact.
She is holding her forehead in her palm, just going...
Fulbork will attempt to shake her hand vigorously, and just this is truly the most miraculous thing I've ever seen.
She says something in Undercommon, and after a few seconds of you shaking her hand, pulls her hand delicately back out and gives you a slight curtsy.
Well, thank you. Now, Win, you may no, Buttercup. You paid for the ladder, didn't you?
Yes.
You may now kill me for incurring this cost against you if it is your desire.
Not currently.
Thank you for this reprieve and for my life. Shall we return to Key's Court? Hopefully she's turned back into that ravishing drider.
The what?
She was a drider just a few days ago. She was magnificent, glossy and black and with a bulbous abdomen and 8 spindly legs. She was really quite something to see. We'll ask her when we get back if she could perhaps change so that you could see her as well.
I guess.
Also, I need to change my robes. I got so excited I peed myself just a little bit. It happens when you get to be my age. Yes. I try not to, but it doesn't always work anymore.
Maybe we could pick you up like one of those diapers.
Well, that would be very helpful.
Do you really want one of those diapers? Because that was the store to get it at.
We can go back.
Oh no, please! I couldn't incur another cost against my life. Let's see how today's adventures go, and then we can reevaluate this diaper situation.
Maybe
Perhaps
you will need one depending on how the situation ends. I mean,
at that point, I'm probably not going to make it out anyway. So what does it matter? You can use me as a distraction.
No one's going to be used as a distraction. Everyone's going to get out alive, I hope, when we do this.
I like that in your youth you could be so foolishly optimistic.
Maybe your age has made you foolishly pessimistic.
What? I never thought of that.
I feel like you just punched me in the stomach right there. Jesus.
You and Lyra are wise beyond your years. You've both told me recently things that have really thrown into stark relief my entire worldview, and I do not know how to thank you except, again, to offer my life into your keeping, because that is the only thing I have of value.
Like a pet?
It's, not uncommon where I come from to be kept as pets, no.
I've always wanted a pet, but I don't know. You seem like a strange pet. You're not fully housebroken, for one.
Yes, that is a mark against me. But, again, feel free to kill me whenever I've made too many messes on the carpets in your house.
You shouldn't offer
I don't have a house.
Oh, even better.
You shouldn't offer such things around here. They might take you very, very literally, and it will have consequences.
I think he's being serious.
Oh no, of course. I would never jest with my betters.
Yes, well, people around here actually do take slavery.
Well, it is a time-honored profession.
Yes, well, not for us, but I'm just saying you should watch yourself. After that, it's your own business. Shall we get going?
Yes, I believe we have great works to be to today.
That's only an hour and a half into the episode.
Yeah,
we're trying.
Us leaving at this point is actually sooner than I anticipated. So, you're asking if we're doing cursor follow, Connor? Yes, we are.
Okay, I wasn't sure because it seemed like it was off the drawing, and I just want to make sure people.
I have to turn it back on every time I switch around, but yes, most of the time it's turned on.
Okay.
I really like your interpretation of Terra.
Thanks.
It's very Connor Hughes style too, the kind of facial structure.
Thank you. It's better than the other one. The other one was just it's not working out.
I like the other one too, but I like this one because it's Terra at her most natural, which is, praying.
Well, I think her most natural is making those pretzels, but...
Wow. You mean those delicious pretzels from the Twisted Knot that taste just as good as Snyder's of Hanover?
That's right.
The classic Pennsylvania pretzel that's spread across the nation.
Even with the onion and chives version.
Wow, Connor.
I'm helping you.
No,
right?
You're not.
They have a version like that, don't they?
I don't disagree that it might exist, but that is not a selling point.
Oh, I would like that version.
Oh, Connor.
Look, I mean, as far as questionable foods that you heard here today, onion and chives with pretzels is not one of them.
Gazpacho. Here's the thing, Connor. I am one of a small percent of people in the world that taste chives as being fucking horrible.
Really?
Yep.
What about
you eat cilantro?
Cream
yeah,
cheese.
cilantro is also terrible as well. That's why I said
I love
gazpacho.
cilantro.
Oh,
Man,
cilantro chives.
That is
are
so
not
sad
great.
to be you.
Yeah, that's just sad. I'm sorry.
Sympathize with you a little bit because that's what people say when I say I don't like tacos.
What?
Yeah, Cotton.
I mean, tacos are just bread. What
Can
don't you
I
like
ask?
about tacos?
Listen, before I explode in rage, can I ask why?
They taste horrible to me.
What kind of tacos are you eating that they taste horrible?
I've had
Nebraskan tacos.
Yeah.
I've had Nebraskan tacos. There's a restaurant here that has like authentic Mexican food from, Mexicans. I hate it all. I've had American tacos and not American tacos.
I mean, look, what are we talking about here? We're talking Taco Bell? I mean, you're saying authentic Mexican tacos.
Not Taco Bell.
Are we
It's
talking
a restaurant.
soft shell? Are we talking hard shell? Are we talking
I've
beef,
had
chicken,
both.
fish?
I've had beef and I've had chicken. I haven't had a fish.
I have to tell you, I'm not really a fan of fish tacos, but occasionally you get a nice, when you're going oceanside by a boardwalk on a cruise, you get a nice fish taco with a good sauce in there. Yeah, they're really
Fish
good.
tacos are awesome.
Cozumel. Ochos Rios had some good tacos, although that is not authentic to the land of Jamaica.
I don't like the flavoring that they put in tacos.
Oh, you
The
don't like
seasoning.
taco seasoning?
Oh, now okay, now it
Look,
makes
that's
sense.
reasonable. You can eat tacos without taco seasoning.
I do. And they're all right to me.
Again, like I said, like taco is just a sort of a bread product. So
No,
I mean-
Connor Hughes, you're so wrong.
okay, fine. A corn taco is like that.
Taco
Those-
is a way of life. It is about carefully construct. Listen, taco science is more complicated than burger science. All right, the ingredients you can't just throw whatever you want inside a taco. There are structural capacities. You understand what I'm saying, Connor? When
Hey,
you are
I've worked in a
making a
taco place.
taco, you can't just put whatever you want in. The sauce and the moisture content must be low enough that the taco does not lose structural
Oh,
integrity.
I don't like taco sauce either.
I don't even know what that means. There's no such thing as taco sauce.
Taco sauce. It's literally a bottle.
yeah, it's
It's
literally
taco
a bottle.
sauce.
That's I mean,
Taco sauce.
generic taco sauce is literally just blended salsa with like spicy stuff added to it.
I like salsa. I don't like taco sauce.
Well, taco sauce is literally just salsa with spicy chemical added to it.
I don't like spicy chemicals in.
Yeah, let me tell you something. You can make your own taco sauce by just boiling salsa, and it's delicious. It's incredible. Actually, simmered salsa is used as the basis for New York style pizza in many of the high-end pizza joints. It makes for an excellent tomato-based sauce, full of flavor and good for you because of all that salsa stuff in there. You know, onions, tomatoes.
Yeah, you and your high-end pizza places. Okay, I'll just go to my dollar pizza on like 34th Street and like
My
You can get a
favorite
whole
kind of
pizza
pizza.
for $1?
No, you can get a slice for $1. And you could get one back in the day for like on 9th Avenue.
Let me tell you something. I'm a West Virginia University graduate, and at the main campus, there is just off of the freshman dorms, there's a pizza place that's sort of extra large pizzas to students for like $6. Extra large pepperoni, incredibly cheap, but they did volume. And by volume, I'm talking about they were moving 1,000+ pizzas a day, which
Yeah.
is the only way they could afford to do it. And I survived off of so many of those. And it was a mistake.
Yeah, because I mean, is it really? I as a New Jersey person, I find most other states' pizza very suspicious. It's just a default setting. I don't know if I can trust your West Virginia pizza.
I mean,
I don't even want to hear about. Listen, you motherfucking New Jerseyan, come in here talking to me about pizza.
Yeah,
my basis for pizza is New York City, you Philistine.
Oh please! I lived in New York City, so I have both contexts.
Fuck. New Jersey pizza is okay. Please. It's probably one of the best things about New Jersey, which isn't saying much because there's nothing good about New Jersey.
I've been to the real deal places in New York and New Jersey.
And you know what I'm talking about, Connor? And I'm talking. Listen. If you've eaten any pizza in New York City, there's like a near 100% chance the sauce was made out of boiled salsa.
Please, I've gone to the places where the guy takes the pizza out of the oven with his bare hands. I know my pizza places in New York City.
Yeah, and I want to tell you, the sauce is probably made of boiled salsa.
It wasn't salsa. It wasn't salsa. That's some new school fancy pizza place.
You are down. When you boil salsa, it returns to a kind of tomato paste.
I'm sure it does, but that's just some newfangled stuff.
It's not newfangled. It's been done for like 100 years. Jesus, Connor.
I'm not buying it. Not buying it.
The recipe for that is older than you are. That's how newfangled it isn't.
It can still be newfangled and still be older than me. That's perfectly possible.
That. In what context?
In the context of my opinion.
Oh,
I suppose we should get on with planning our heist.
I don't know. Now I want to battle about the different pizzas of America.
Well, in Nebraska, there's a place that you can get a pizza that's like a slice of it is the size of like a serving tray you get from like the high school.
Yeah, I believe that.
I don't know if it's necessarily supposed to be super good because I never actually had one, but they only talk about it being big. It's really big.
Yeah, it's probably not good.
I mean, the Central American pizza is more about quantity than quality.
Right.
Chicago.
Well, that's most of our food in general.
Yes, I agree. Chicago is where you're going to go to get that good pizza stuff. Texas has unique pizzas given its cultural weirdness. But California is going to be the next location you're going to get at. I've heard but never seen. I heard that where's the Air Force Academy in Colorado?
Colorado Springs.
Yeah, I've heard that Colorado Springs has incredible pizza. Never been there though.
Pretty much all of my mom's family lives out there. Between Colorado Springs and Fort Collins.
Really good.
I mean, my favorite pizza is frozen Totino's, so
that's my favorite too.
Oh my god,
it's so good. You make two, and you can make a sandwich out of it.
Right?
It's the best.
Amazing. Or one like folds up into a delicious pizza taco.
Is that another Midwestern dish?
That?
Oh my.
AP, if you didn't see this coming, it's your own fault.
Midwest culture, right here, baby. We got it, and you guys don't.
If you feel real like frisky, you can put pizza rolls between the two pizzas.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Frisky.
Frisky,
really good.
We're turning into Trailer Park Boys over here. With
no,
Frisky.
It's epic mealtime. Yeah, I agree with chat. I don't know what expression is on my face, but what I'm attempting to show is disgusted shock. Oh.
It's good. It's so good.
Look, first
really
off,
good.
It probably is super salty from what it sounds like. And second, it's probably not as good as you think it is because I don't know that you've had good pizza at this point.
I mean, I've already had the best pizza.
What's the best pizza?
Totino's frozen pizza.
I assure you that
great pizza.
Any frozen food that is mass produced is probably not going to be of the level of flavor and quality that you're looking for. You know what? I'm gonna go on a long shot here, but say that probably the sugar level of that pizza is gonna be astronomical as well.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good.
I'm gonna bet that's some Papa John's sauce level of sugar.
Nothing that you're saying is deterring me from the fact that it tastes really good.
That's right, I forgot.
Yeah,
you fucking
it's still
love
really
sugar.
good. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, You also love sugar. You drink nothing but sweet drinks.
That's not true. I've been forced to suffer with the water this entire evening.
Diet
so far.
Dr. Pepper.
I was talking about AP. AP likes sweet drinks.
What sweet drinks do you think I drink?
Sweet
Long
drinks.
Island iced tea.
Long Island iced tea. You were just talking about how sweet.
How
sweet
often do you think I
beverages-
drink, Connor? I haven't had a Long Island iced tea in since my cruise in July. I had
just saying
one
you
Long
like
Island iced tea on the cruise in July, and then the previous time would have been 2 years before that.
I wouldn't drink it. I wouldn't drink a sweet Long
I have
Island
a
iced
bottle
tea.
of chocolate rum that I got sometime around when my stream started 5 years ago, and it's only 2/3 diminished.
You still like sweet alcohol beverages?
I
mean, you
do
were
like
saying
sweet
that
alcohol
before.
beverages, but
Right.
let me tell you something, buddy. I don't drink them except once, maybe 2 or 3 months.
Well, that's fine.
I'm sucking down
not-
6 to 10 liters of water a day. Don't tell me that Yes, Connor, I like imbibing sweet drinks,
yeah,
but they are not often for me, my friend.
I mean, okay, like no one's saying that you have to have a Tostitos pizza every single day to
I don't know. Listen, Cotton drinks sweet tea every day, so now I'm wondering if she just eats Tostino's pizza every single
No,
day.
actually, every day for lunch last week.
You had a
Almost.
Tostino's pizza.
No. I guess
okay.
it was either lunch or right after I got off of work for like a snack. I had a couple ramen noodles.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know
not
what to say
Tostino's
about
pizza,
that.
yeah.
I've
I
had
mean,
some ramen noodles recently. It was good.
listen. Don't even talk to me about that. Yes, ramen noodles can be absolutely delicious, but they're also like twice your daily sodium in one
Yeah,
cup.
they're pretty horrific.
But I'm
yeah.
supposed to raise
sodium
my
isn't the
blood pressure.
problem.
Yeah,
With
I
sodium.
do fucking skyrocket your blood pressure for sure. As a crippled old man monitoring his blood pressure, let me tell you.
So it's a funny thing. When I was talking to the doctor, and they first told me to salt all my food that I was eating, and he's like, "This is back when I first started in college," and he goes, "What's your main diet like?" And I'm like, "McDonald's and ramen noodles."
Your blood
And he-
pressure must be
and-
astronomically low.
And they were telling you to
It
salt your
is.
food? What the hell happened?
I have low blood pressure, and then my heart medicine makes my blood pressure even lower.
I see.
But I don't have to take my heart medicine every day anymore.
That's good.
But I still have low blood pressure. Just
That must be nice. I'm hanging around the mid 120s over 70 range right now.
I was down to a resting heartbeat of 60, and then I stopped working out.
Get a watch.
Yeah.
No, for real, get a watch. If you get a ticking non-digital watch, there's a fairly good chance that your heart rate will match the mechanical tick of the watch.
Really? That's
Yes.
fascinating.
Through your
Huh.
pulse. Yep.
I think I'll probably just try working out again, but maybe.
Yeah, you absolutely,
No,
you
I'll buy a
absolutely
watch
should
before
try
I work
working
out.
out,
You
Connor.
crazy?
No, my goal was to work out more. Maybe I should just buy a watch and just avoid
Yeah,
the exercise.
Right.
It's like you used to be able to buy those belts that would just like gyrate until you had abs. Like you could have just got a watch that whole
Those
time.
are incredibly painful and take an enormous amount of work, and you feel awful afterwards.
Yeah. I would imagine they're also not super effective.
What about the belt that Peggy had to trial test in Mad Men? Remember that one time? Have you guys seen that TV show?
Never watched Mad Men.
No one watched Mad Men? Okay.
I watched the first episode of Mad Men where it was revealed that he stole the identity of a war hero or something like that, and I
It
was
wasn't
like,
a war hero. It was just another guy that died on the field.
okay, yeah, I was like, no, this ain't for me. It's just gonna be all men smoking in advertising rooms, chasing after women in skirts.
It's not just that. I mean, a lot of people really like it. You should.
It was a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, I suppose we could also play some D&D.
Listen, we're
What?
so
See
far
that.
off the D&D track right now. Where, if I remember correctly, the 8 party members plus a joining NPC, Tara, are gathering to go on a trip. But my first several questions are, how much provisions are you bringing? And what's the party order?
I mean, the place isn't very far, right? It's like a half day,
Yeah.
something like that.
Okay, it's a half day to get there. There are
You should
8 of us.
You should assume that
Plus
you will be able
Tara.
to walk up, solve your problem immediately with a quick series of fights, and return in a single day without any issues whatsoever. No random
exactly.
encounters. No long protracted battles, no being trapped in a cave. Go with as few resources as possible and no lifeboats.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
has 8
we're just-
rations.
I thought we were gonna flash back to the town if the fight ends right at the end of the session. Is that how it works? Oh, okay.
Nope. Not with this 8-person party. Listen,
Buttercup
we're
has
so
8
far off
rations
the
and 3
rails.
water skins.
Okay, wow, 3 water skins. Your character's
'Cause
doing better than you are, Cotton.
Yeah. She also has a +3 strength, and I don't.
Is that why she needs the water skin?
It's because we stocked up when we weren't sure how long it would take us to find Lyra and Ashe.
Sure, that makes sense.
And then Lyra has 4 rations and 1 water skin.
Yeah, I got plenty of rations.
Man, I don't think either of my characters have shit.
So Tara has 8 rations remaining, and it has water and wine skin.
Are rations not included with your starting stuff?
You should have.
Just some with your starting stuff.
5 days typically with your starting stuff.
Yeah, because I just took all the starting equipment.
Can I buy a second water skin for Lyra before we leave town?
Yes. It
Yeah, I'll do
is
the
2
same.
silver pieces.
2 silver pieces for 2 characters.
Oh, okay. MeaThead does have rations. Oh, Fulport gave all his rations away. That's what happened. Oh man, can I move these windows?
And how much is a ration?
5 silver pieces.
All right.
This is very important. So when you all die, I need to know what loot I get off your corpse.
All right. So yeah.
Rations go bad though, don't they?
The reason they're rations is that they don't go bad.
They don't go bad ever? They're like lambda spread over here?
Lambda spread, yes. I love how that's everybody's go-to ration.
Fulbork will remind everyone that should worse come to worse and you're in need of more rations, feel free to murder him and eat his body to sustain you in the hard times.
Tara just starts walking when you say that.
Fulbrook, remember, you're also a hero.
Oh,
Here.
I'm so sorry, Lyra. I keep forgetting, but I will do best. Do better. Have you met my friend Buttercup? She is amazing, and she has magic sticks.
Connor, rations consist of a combination of Midwestern cuisine.
It's all Tostitos.
All of Lyra's rations
jerky,
are hardtack.
It's jerky, dried fruit, nuts, and hardtack.
Hardtack.
Nice.
You like hardtack?
I like the meat hardtack.
Okay, that's right. You don't.
You mean jerky?
No, it's hardtack and it's different than jerky because it's better.
Hardtack is a bread, not the
Yeah.
brand you're thinking of.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I
know
understand that
there's
you
bread
like
and
the meat called hardtack.
Well, there's a meat
all
called
of Lyra's
hardtack?
rations are hardtack.
Yes.
The meat hardtack.
Yes,
I don't
there's
know
a
what
meat
the-
brand in the Midwest called
So-
hardtack, but there's also
No,
the
it's
biscuit.
called Rowdy's,
Okay.
and the meat itself is called hardtack.
Yes.
Is this
It's an entire summer sausage that they turned into jerky. Basically.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds awesome.
It's amazing.
Mm.
So good.
Look, I mean, you said it yourself, AP. All you need to make something tasty is butter and salt. And in the case of
that's true. I have.
in the
said
case
that.
of meat, meat is just animal fat and salt. So
Good meats have really low salts, like beef or low sodium turkey or
I mean,
chicken.
you could eat that, and it could be good.
No, it is good.
Depends on how it's done.
I actually do know good beef.
You live in the Midwest. If you don't know good beef, you have some very serious
I'm just saying,
problems.
most things I don't really care, but I do not typically like steaks from out of state. I don't usually like them as much.
All right, well,
My
as long as
steaks
we're
are
completely
really good.
off game, let me ask what your favorite cut of meat is.
Mine?
Yeah.
Ribeye.
Interesting.
I also like the flat iron and the T-bone. but I don't get the ribeye and the T-bone very much at all because they're expensive.
Yes, they are expensive.
That's because ribeye is the best.
Connor, favorite steak or favorite meat type?
I mean, really, there's objectively the best type, right? There's filet mignon, and then after that, everything. I mean, it's just a price range,
so
right?
Curious that you believe filet mignon is the is the center point of all steak.
I mean, I would say it's probably the most expensive, right? So
no, not even close.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe at your local grocery store, not at any specialty butcher.
I mean, I've seen it at specialty butchers. It's pretty expensive.
I'm not saying it's not expensive. It's definitely not the most expensive cut that you can get.
Maybe, yeah. Anyway, I mean,
listen,
I'll
man,
go for a T-bone myself.
You can get $300 Wagyu beef for a couple ounces.
Okay, I mean, I haven't been shopping for those kinds of steaks ever, so...
I think tenderloin is usually a little bit more expensive than the filet mignon.
But which kind of tenderloin? I mean, beef tenderloin?
Well, yeah, beef. I thought we were talking about cuts of beef.
I mean, there's many... I said favorite meat. Doesn't have to be...
Oh, I thought we were talking about beef.
Doesn't have to come from a cow.
You said favorite cut, and that's just beef here.
Sure. Well, okay.
Yeah, you don't really talk about cuts of chicken. Like, not really. I mean, I get you, but...
You do talk about... Listen, I'll tell you where the premium stuff is. Follow me in your mind, all right? Imagine a rotisserie chicken. Flip it over so that the bottom of the chicken is facing upwardly. Identify the wing. Go about 2 inches below that. There are 2 little dots of chicken meat that are right along that central area that you can pull out. They literally are just oval shapes. That's the best meat on the entire chicken is right there.
You're a fan of fish eyes, I guess, too, huh?
I've never had fish eyes.
Oh, you probably like them.
Have you ever had Rocky Mountain oysters?
No.
I have.
No.
Yeah, I know what those are.
No.
They would have chicken hearts. Those are good.
I've had chicken liver.
Okay.
I've had beef liver too.
I thought you were a Rodizio man, AP. I thought you didn't have chicken hearts or what? At your Rodizio place?
Listen, I want to tell you, I've had chicken feet, motherfucker. Unless you're that hardcore that you can get on my goddamn level, don't even talk to me.
Pickled pig's feet.
I've had chicken's feet.
Okay. You're at least that level. Okay. I can respect that you've reached the plateau.
The plateau?
The plateau, yeah. You know. When you try to climb Meat Mountain, there are many plateaus, many levels.
Did you beat the Rocky Mountain oyster bull fry level?
Yeah. Anything can beat bull testicle.
No, I'm not saying flavorize. I'm just saying
literally anything can beat that.
Most guys I know won't even try it.
Yeah.
Try bull testicle?
Like
my dad says the best way to eat bull fries is right after you castrate them and you put them on the branding iron, and he says it's really good that way.
Okay.
Mine were not that fresh, but they were pretty good. I think my favorite meat is tuna. I really like tuna.
Yeah, and you live in the Midwest. You're eating, how far is that tuna?
I mean, it's come a long ways.
I'm sure you can probably get some really good canned tuna. Of course.
Not so much. No, I like the raw tuna. Yeah. Like we have this sushi. I have this great story about eating at this sushi place. All sorts of raw tuna and Dr. Pepper after being severely hydrated. But man, it's so good. It's so good.
Trying to remember what the cut of meat that I like from Brazil is called, but
I like calamari.
Number 2 is absolutely pork belly, especially twice cooked pork belly.
Twice cooked pork belly is so good.
Yeah,
we have a Chinese restaurant that does it here, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, it's so good.
I think 2 Valentine's days ago, I took my wife someplace and I had to have her try the pork belly, and she was like, "No way am I gonna like this. I hate fat. This is gonna be terrible." And that's not what happened at all. She really liked it.
I think Pando gets tired of me suggesting the same Chinese food place every time because I like the twice cooked pork belly.
Picanha is a Brazilian meat cut called sirloin cap in the United States. That is the greatest meat that I think I've ever had. Oh my god, they serve it on short swords.
But you got to have it with pinga. That's the real thing you got to try.
Sure.
Yep.
I don't know what that is.
Pinga is like, wait, I might have, let me just make sure I got the right word. I think it's called pinga. Yes, it is. And it's like a sugar, like a very cheap sugar vodka drink. Well, it was cheap. Now, if you go into New York City and you ask for it, you're paying like $10, $12
I mean, there is a national drink that goes with picanha, and it's definitely not pinga. What is it called? Man, I'm really dropping it. Pork belly is really bacon, kind of. Partially,
no.
In some ways, but no.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not
gonna have to disagree with that. Yeah.
Okay, where were we? The party we got Caprina. Caprina is the name of the fascinating, almost mojito of Brazil that goes amazingly with picanha. It's literally just lime and sugar with alcohol. So good. I'm basic.
I love mojitos.
Yeah, it seems like you like sugary alcoholic drinks.
Yeah, I specifically said that earlier, that when I drink alcohol, I want it to taste good, not bad.
Yeah, but mojitos are very refreshing in the summer.
They're refreshing all the time. It's always high noon somewhere in the world.
So Ashe explains to the group that he's going to give a signal to Echo to tell the second group to come in, that we're going to split up.
We need to be careful because they knew we were coming, and I don't know how last time. They had their trap set.
We killed their dog. I think
they cast a spell on us.
Well, they had an alarm set, but this time we're going to be going in with as per their request. We are going in just to meet and talk.
Yeah, Team One was invited.
Team 1 was invited. It's Team 2 that's going to have to watch out for traps. But
Is there any way, like, how does the telepathy work? Is it constant, or do you have to, like, expend a resource to send it?
My mount and I are in constant communication.
Okay, because they're probably going to hood us on the way back, so there's not going to be able to, like, give them a heads up on anything we see. I mean, last time we were asleep, weren't we? No, we were hooded last time.
We're not being taken prisoner this time. We're going to be going for an audience.
We are assuming we will not be taken prisoner.
We are assuming, yes. I'm pretty sure they're not just be like, oh, and here is our pleasant dungeon when we will be staying later. If you'll notice, there are pitfalls along the floor, and also this wall full of holes where the darts will pincushion you. Like,
we are in possession of his daughter, and it seems like...
And I think she's going to be hooded, too.
I think she'll be fine.
I mean, this is only if we decide we won't be taking offense and we won't be taking the initiative, we'll leave and then we'll come back another time. It is your choice, Lyra.
My choice for what?
To attack or not attack?
How you wish to elicit your revenge.
So Tara is just standing there. Listening to you. What's more? Talk about murder.
Like,
she just says, this killing Captain Blackhand thing, you say that you haven't made a decision yet, and then you're very specific about revenge. It sounds kind of like you've been less than straightforward with me about this.
Listen, I'm sorry I kind of broke it to you in a rough way. I apologize. I could have handled that better. today primarily is to get you in to see your dad, which is what he requested. If you want to stay, we're fine with that. If you don't want to stay, getting you out is going to be our number one goal today. If, other things happen, but we will follow your lead on this. If the rest of the group is okay with that nominally. I'll assume that's a yes. So Tara, we'll get you in there. If you want to leave and that is not presented as an option, we will do our best to get you out again. And that is where we will leave it today.
That's right. As much as Captain Blackhand wishes to see you, I'm not sure if he wishes to see you released back to Corsairport of your own volition. And so we're here to ensure that you are able to move freely as you wish. We are, after all, putting you in this danger.
All right. So are we polymorphing in a fifth member, or are we just going in for Antera?
I like the idea of polymorphing another member.
Is that Gizmo, or is that...
That's Gizmo.
That's Gizmo. Wynn says, Fullbark, is that what you wish? You wish to go in?
Oh no, I mean, yes, if you want me. I wouldn't presume to tell you how to make decisions, but if you think I would be best served by, if I could best serve the group by going in, then I would be more than happy to.
I'll have to transform you into a rat, and then I think you're going to be transported into with someone's bag. How does that sound to you?
Whatever you decide is best for me is best for me.
Oh my God.
Okay. And so Ashe explains to Wynn that when he signals for them to come in, also she's to stop the spell of polymorph.
How does Wynn react to that? Being told what to do by Ashe.
Well, he's explaining the plan, so she's fine with it. Yeah, she's happy to hear what the plan is.
Okay.
She aims to please.
I didn't know if she was concerned about being bossed around by Ashe again.
I mean, it's not really bossing. It's more like explaining what the plan is.
I see.
That's a very particular...
In an authoritative manner that brooks no argument.
I think I brook a lot of arguments.
You brooked an argument earlier and you're like, Arthur, you really like sugary drinks. And I'm like, I drink water 99.9% of the time.
You still do like sugary drinks.
Oh my God.
Whether you like it or not, you like sugary drinks.
And I do, but not in the way that he's implying.
If there's some kind of implication there, I don't mean that.
I drink it consistently, which is not true.
No, I didn't assume that or make that implication. Just like Ashe wasn't brooking if she had a better plan, he was ready to listen, but I couldn't also.
So did Wynn come up with a better plan? I want to hear.
I did. She did.
She has a higher intelligence rating. Surely she could come up with something better than something Ashe with a +0 intelligence.
Can I roll for that better plan?
Listen, I'll assist Ashe in rolling to see that he comes up with a plan that Arthur will then fabricate to defeat Arthur's own plan to stymie our plan.
So here's the thing
that
here's the thing that most players don't take advantage of. You can make a wisdom roll to receive a hint from the game master in regards to current events.
You can.
Oh, what?
It's in the chapter about rolling dice. It's literally all right, I'll find it for you.
What's the name of that roll? I mean, what is it called?
I want to do it.
On page 179, wisdom. Other wisdom checks. The DM might call for a wisdom check on the following. Get a gut feeling of what course of action you should follow.
So is that a check on? Is that a wisdom
just wisdom.
save? Wisdom save?
No, not a
Can
wisdom
I
save.
roll a wisdom check?
It's
I want
just
to get
wisdom.
a gut feeling.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to do it. I've got one for Fullbook and for
Oh my
MeaThead.
god, you.
Where do I?
Wait, but you'll all get different gut feelings, and then we'll be in trouble.
Oh yeah, no, this is great. I love this. I'm gonna do this all the time. It's just a wisdom check.
Please don't abuse it. But yes,
It
wisdom.
doesn't say wisdom. Like I don't have the
No, you
option
don't
for
get
just a wisdom check.
proficiency in it. It's just a d20
So
plus
just
your
take
wisdom.
3 minus
Yeah,
this
no
roll.
proficiency, no saving throw. It's just
So it's a 10.
10. Connor, what does yours end up being? Because your saving throw boosts it way the hell high up, right?
No, it's +2, right?
Okay, so you got a 14. Lyra got a 10.
Well, the +2 is her wisdom score.
Right. Oh, you don't have proficiency in wisdom for being a mage?
I did not. I didn't have it. I didn't have it selected on.
That's
so
fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yep. 16. That's fine. Nick, whichever of your characters you would like to use this for.
Right, so it is the save.
No, it's
It's
not a
just
save.
the wisdom
It is
modifier.
100% not a save.
It's just the modifier.
It's just the modifier for wisdom. And
So
Nick, if you start abusing this, I will get Connor to tell me the names of your other D&D members, and I will inform them of this one neat trick.
I don't know.
Okay, so this is
Choose your next words carefully, Spartan.
this is Fullbork's roll.
Yeah.
Ooh, natural 20. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I've got a
All
bad
right.
feeling about this.
So Fullbork
Nice.
wants to know if he should do anything, like should he, as a rat, he's going to be like in a pouch somewhere, he's assuming.
Okay.
He wants to know what is going to be the best way to make the tastiest morsel for the party when they inevitably have to eat him.
Okay. Great. I will send that to you privately.
All right.
Okay, Wynn's interested in knowing whether the plan.
All right. Just hold on. I need to start writing this down. I didn't know it was going to get so complicated. Okay.
All right, I guess I can formulate my question better. So.
Bulwark wants to know, how can I be the tastiest? Wynn wants to know on a 16. What?
Whether it makes sense to go in. What her sense of whether it makes sense to go in with 5 and 3 or 4 and 4.
Very well. I will send you all the answers. Lyra, are you just generally looking for a course guide, or do you?
She's trying to figure out if attacking is even the right option here.
I gotta make sure I send this to the right people. I don't want to tell Wynn how to be tasty.
You've set up a narrative where she might very well be interested in such things, but
Eating Fullbork?
no, how Wynn could be tasty anyway.
Be tasty.
Whoa. Whoa. Connor Hughes, save that for Apgamingreal After Dark. The Patreon only. Let's see here.
So we can get like one of these a night? Is that like a fair?
No, motherfucker. You better use these sparingly and only when you need help.
We definitely need help now.
I'm giving you help.
Yep. I like help.
All right, MeaThead is saving his for later.
By the way, you got the map up. I don't know if you want us to be seeing that.
Which map? You mean Shep's map?
Oh, is that Shep's map? Okay.
Yes.
My bad.
Probably.
That's not my map.
Okay.
It looks too good to be one of my maps. Listen, you've seen my maps.
I thought maybe. Yes, that's true.
Oh, Mick.
So can I start speaking with
Please
Wynn?
do.
Okay. So Wynn sort of is hearing this plan and sort of has her reservations and knows that Blackhand did offer to leave the fortress as soon as we brought his daughter, and so she suggests to everybody that maybe it's best to wait until after Blackhand leaves the fortress and we catch him out in the open.
Doesn't sound like a bad idea.
And Ashe sees that there might be some wisdom in that. But I guess if we're forced to act when we go into the fortress, I suppose that's what we have to do. And then we have a team waiting on the outside ready to go if we need to. But in the spirit of that, maybe we don't cast polymorph on Fulborg. Perhaps we wait until after. Because if Captain Blackhand detects Fulborg in polymorph form, he's definitely going to smell something is up.
Yes.
Is everyone reading their notes or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's just go in.
That's
Let
what,
him meet his daughter and leave.
MeaThead is most likely to follow Tara's lead and then Lyra's lead on whatever happens. He feels like they have priority in this situation.
Yeah, and Ashe is going to follow both Wynn's and Lyra's lead on this. So that's the plan. So we won't be doing any polymorph then.
What is the plan?
The plan is to go in and bring Tara, have a negotiation with Blackhand, and unless everything goes to shit, we'll be leaving peaceably. Right?
But you're ready to call your horse if you need to, man, right? Like, we still have that on the table. We're just planning not to use it.
Right. That's the plan, MeaThead.
Okay.
All right. Let's go.
Can someone make a survival check? Or, sorry, Lyra actually knows the way, so never mind. You had more or less in a straight line following the tunnel, 15 feet wide, 2 sets of wagon ruts leading at a down incline in a southerly direction. After about 6 hours, you pull up outside of the entranceway, a small tunnel that goes a few feet into a little cavern that has a hidden ladder.
This is the place, right?
All right. So what's team 2 officially? Sanjin and who else?
Sanjin, Fulborg, Wynn,
Buttercup.
and Buttercup. Yeah.
Right. So Ashe dismounts and says and leads Tara on, shall we?
So we're at the base of the ladder.
Yes.
Oh wait, where'd we go?
I'm getting your other copies.
We're still okay.
Why did... Oh, there it is. There's Wynn. Why are there multiple Lyras now? I don't know. Nothing makes sense. Everything is awful. There's Lyras all over the place. I can't get rid of them.
It's a plague of Lyras.
Alright, here we go. I'm stacking all your characters up on this.
It's Wynn's worst nightmare.
Wow. Wow. The rivalry is real, huh?
Did Kate tell when?
Yes.
That's fair.
Listen, Key is all about a balanced playing field. She just wants her favorite paladin to settle in, have a nice life, make somebody happy, experience relationship beyond him just staring, brooding out towards the ocean, going, I'm so selfless. I've had to give everything up for my destiny. I don't understand why women keep trying to cling to me. I don't understand anything or my emotions. I'm just going to work out and keep it all inside, driving
That's
it
right.
down deep within my abs, my rock hard crystal abs.
That's right. Well, I deal with emotions when you can work through them.
MeaThead, you're the first one heading up. You're the only one heading up.
At the bottom of the ladder, I'm just going to say, hey, we're here. We've got Tara with us.
The door opens, but you don't see anyone there, and you hear a voice say in Elven, "You speak Elven?"
Yeah. What's
Send
up,
the
man?
girl.
No, man. We're not leaving the girl. Girl's with us.
That's not the deal. The deal was you bring the girl for the boss.
Yeah, and we are bringing the girl, so we are going with the girl.
He shuts the door in front of you.
I'm like, just wait a minute, guys. He's gotta send it up the chain. We're gonna answer down.
You hear the sound of the door locking.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, they don't want us walking in, obviously. They'll be back. Don't worry. Does anyone know how to pick a lock? Or are we just smashing our way in if we have to?
I can pick a lock.
All right.
Let's not pick any lock.
Let's try to talk first.
I'd say let's give it an hour. We'll just see. We'll just wait.
If you don't want us to send, we don't want to send her in alone. If you don't want us to come in, could you maybe step out to talk to her?
How long do you guys wait? An hour?
Yeah, I guess.
Don't be on top of each other in case you get nuked. Put some distance.
I mean,
after about 6 minutes, you hear someone at the door say, "Aye, is Ashe out there?"
That's right, Captain.
You owe me a debt, Ashe.
And we've come to repay it.
Give me my daughter, as promised.
And I bring Tara forward. Is she with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a token for her, but yes.
Okay. And so I say, here you go, Tara. Meet your father.
Is the door still shut?
It opens, and Black Hand is standing there.
Can I get some sight into that room, or what's going on?
I'm going and getting Mick's wonderful Black Hand token that I put in the exact opposite corner of this place in his command room. The door opens, and he says, "My girl, my darling child, it is I, your father, Bartholomew. Come, we have much to talk about. Come inside."
I'm gonna try. MeaThead's gonna try and always stay like right next to Tara or a step in front of Tara, between her and anything else.
Tara just pushes past you.
All right.
Look, I appreciate that you all have brought me here, and you seem to have a complicated relationship with this man, but I just want to talk.
Okay.
And she pushes past MeaThead and Ashe to enter into the room, and he starts closing the door and says, "Our deal is concluded, Prince Heiral."
Is it now? I thought you were to vacate this.
We shall vacate it when I'm done talking to me daughter. At my leisure.
MeaThead wants to make his gut check now.
Yeah? Go ahead, please do.
All right. It's gonna.
And then we're going on break.
Tara, when you're done, we'll be waiting for you to take you back home.
The captain says, "Aye, the girl's not going anywhere. I'm sure she'll want to stay with her old pa." And she's just like, Nick, roll another 20 in a row.
Well, with that last statement, I feel like that's what my gut was after. Okay, I'm still there. There it is. There's my 16, 18 altogether.
Yeah.
Feel like this is obvious, but if Tara decides she wants to go, is Blackhand going to let her?
That's an insight check, not a gut.
Insight, yeah.
That's not the get.
No.
Okay. Insight is.
You're specifically looking for information about this guy, so it's the same roll. But if you have proficiency in insight, then you add that to this roll.
No, it's still just 2. Okay, yeah, same thing.
18 to read this guy. I'll send you. If this was Critical Role, I'd stand up and whisper to you. But like, I'd let you know the information in 2 seconds. But then I would keep sending you more information, and we talk for like 2 minutes just to freak everybody out.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
How far away is Team 2? Like, what's the time? How long does it take them to get to this point?
They're like 20 feet away.
Yeah, they're literally down the ladder
just
from
outside the door.
Yes.
Okay.
You can see it on
the ladder.
Can we get some like a map information on the road since at some point?
So you want me to make a whole extra road map?
Are we gonna? Okay, if the plan is to attack him afterward, we need a map for that.
It's fine, Connor. Of course, I can make you a road map on the fly.
I'll make the map. You want me to make the map?
No, I got it, Connor. No problem.
Two parallel lines. There's your road.
Yeah. That's fine with me. I don't care. Hopefully some hiding spots.
Friends, we've been going for way longer than normal, and we've accomplished so little that we're only at the front door. But I know a lot about Nebraska cuisine now, and the rest of the Midwest, and their fucking disgusting Rocky Mountain oysters. Jesus.
I mean, don't knock it.
They actually call them bull fries in Nebraska.
Of course.
Yeah. Typically.
Now I know about Totino's pizza with another Totino's pizza placed on top of it.
Totino's sandwich.
Yeah, Totino's.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's perfect because no matter when you pull it out of the oven, like it's just hot enough to like absolutely incinerate everything on the inside of your mouth.
So you get that thing at the top, at the roof of your mouth where you're like,
yeah.
You touch it up there.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. It's always the perfect temperature.
No. Let's see here. Party pizza, Totino's, pepperoni. The sodium level is 28% daily, but it's 2 servings, so one of those sandwiches is 112% of your daily sodium or something like that. It might be
who really believes those numbers anyway?
You put pizza rolls in it.
I mean, look, if you put pizza rolls in it, it's going to continue to skyrocket. And that's literally just from one sandwich.
I mean, you're just packing more flavor in your flavor already.
It's worth it.
Aren't they?
I mean, if it's your time to go, it's your time to go.
Can't wait for you to hit your 30s, Cotton. All right. We'll be back in 8 minutes for the second half, where we'll spend roughly a third or more of the episode talking about food, I guess. I don't know. When you have 8 characters, it feels like we've just moved farther away. But we get some good art out of it, including the weird centaur. We'll be back. Stick around, guys.
Yeah, I'll be back.